I want to take a few minutes to give some thoughts on Benjamin Cowen and where he stands right now. And I want to say up front, I've never once made a video like this, but I'm seeing it enough in the comment sections of my videos where people are saying, Benjamin Cowen says this, Benjamin Cowen says that. You should debate Benjamin Cowen, because in 2025, we were very much aligned. Apparently, I only really see a handful of tweets of his, but we were aligned in where we stand, where we stood on things with the mindset, of course, I believe at least that he did a better job observing the environment and responding to that. But we were both of this mindset that 2025 wasn't going to be this amazing bull run year where altcoins explode. And we were looking at a lot of the same data, quantitative tightening, things like that. And why now? Why would I talk about him now? We're in 2026, and I would say that we've taken a little bit of a divergent perspective, and that's why I'm getting these comments. Benjamin Cowen says such and such, which I really don't care. I do care, but I don't, because I have my own opinions and I'll look at data and make my own conclusions. And so the mindset behind this video is not at all to bash Benjamin Cowen. He's a good one. He's a very good analyst. I think the year 2025 was a very good year for him because of the posture that he likes to take. And this is not a warning. This is some perspective into the posture of a Benjamin Cowen. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, let me back up for a second. I had one interaction in my life on social media with Benjamin Cowen, a time that he responded to something that I tweeted, a video that I made, and it kind of peeled the layers back a little bit, and I could see some of what motivates him and what is his drive. And it was not a positive interaction. And it's not like I'm upset with him or anything about this, but I made a video. This was November 17th of 2021. You can see it on my YouTube channel, World War Bitcoin. I made a video talking about lengthening cycles, just a deep dive, examining lengthening cycles, sharing perspectives from different people. Benjamin Cowen was a big believer in 2021 in lengthening cycles with diminishing returns. And then there were a lot of other people who were of the 4-year cycle mindset. And remember, Bitcoin peaked on November 10th of 2021 at $69,000. On November 17th of 2021, we were not for sure of the mindset that the 10th was the peak. That was only a week later. But things were looking a little weak for this idea, at least, that Bitcoin was going to have a blow off top and that it was going to go over $100,000. Of course, it ended up not going above $100,000. But on a date like November 17th, 2021, someone like Benjamin Cowen was looking pretty smart. It's like, oh yeah, lengthening cycles. Okay, so we didn't have a blow off top. We had another rounded top like earlier in the year in 2021. And now lengthening cycles are looking pretty attractive. And so I made this video examining all the different perspectives, and I tagged everyone who I mentioned in that video. And I just listed them off. In the tweet that I tagged all of them, I just laid them out on a list, whether they believed in lengthening cycles or whether they didn't. And Benjamin Cowen saw my tweet and saw all the names he was listed with. And to say he was furious is not an exaggeration. He was furious because he misunderstood me. He thought that I was saying that all those other people were believers of lengthening cycles, and he went off maybe like 4 or 5 tweets, just really angry at me. I don't remember them because he ended up deleting the tweets, and every tweet that he made, like, just really, really upset. I responded, hey man, you misunderstand me. Just watch the video. I don't say that all these other people believe in lengthening cycles. I'm just saying that you're the one who believes in that. But he, like, every time he tweeted, it was as if he did not read my response to him. And then 4 or 5 tweets in, I think what happened is that he actually saw the video and saw that I wasn't saying that those other guys were believers in lengthening cycles. And so then he deleted his tweets. That's not a side of Benjamin Cowen that he wants you to see. Because here's the deal. I mean, the funny thing about that is he was proven wrong ultimately. The lengthening cycles, which is why he is a believer in the 4-year cycle now, is because of how embarrassing that was for him in 2021 going into 2022. But this is the posture. Benjamin Cowen is not a perma bull or a perma bear. He is a perma man of reason, if that makes sense. He wants to posture himself always as the man of reason, so that, if things go well, nobody's going to be pointing at him and laughing because he's not a perma bear. If things go poorly, nobody's going to be critical of him because he was always, everyone else was saying that crypto was going to the moon, but he has been always able to posture himself as this, well, everyone else is saying such and such, but I am the man of reason. That is the safest place that you could be. In 2025, that was my posture. In 2026, I have deviated from that posture, which is why I'm getting so many Benjamin Cowen comments in my videos, is because I'm not going to be a perma man of reason. I'm going to be bullish when I think things should be bullish, and I am a bull for 2026. I'm not a bull for this week, but I'm a bull for 2026, and I'm going to be bearish when I think things should be bearish, And so what is the significance of that? The significance of being a perma man of reason is that 2025 is the ideal environment for you to thrive, because it's like every time crypto ramped up and it looked like we were going to go into price discovery, it was a trap. And so the perma man of reason can look very smart throughout something like that. So in 2025, Benjamin Cowen was a very good friend. In 2026, so far, he's been a very good friend. And there is going to be a time when it's just going to make sense to be bullish, and not only to be bullish, but to be an incredible risk taker and to have a lot of confidence in your buys and in your investing. And the perma man of reason is going to remain a perma man of reason. It is the safest place to be. But there's going to be a time, I don't know when, there's going to be a time when you should not listen. For a brief window, you should not listen to the perma man of reason, because it's the boldness and the confidence that is going to make you your, whatever you want to call it, your life-changing gains. It's the balls to the walls kind of attitude. There will be windows of that. 2021, early 2021 was one of those times. Early 2018, late 2017 was one of those times. They come rarely, and it's at that time that a man like Benjamin Cowen, if things go poorly, he will help prevent you from losing money. If things go out of this world insane, I believe he's going to prevent you from making a lot of money. And it is during those out of this world insane times that a large chunk of the retail investors' growth in their net worth will happen. Those very small windows. And okay, so those very small windows, what do? Now, you could round trip for sure. So you go super aggressive, and then you don't let your greed get the best of you, and you pull back, and that's how you win. And 90% of the time, someone like Benjamin Cowen is going to be helpful, and I think he's very much worth watching your videos, but you've got to understand the posture. He really, really cares about not necessarily being right, but not being wrong. October 10th was a very good example of that, which I'm out of time. I won't get into that. Maybe there will be a part 2 if there's more interest in that. But yeah. This is not a warning at all. He's a good man, good analyst, Just be mindful of when he's helpful and when he's not.